Welcome back, everybody. If you have been following us, this is our third episode to the Heart, Mind, Money podcast with our extraordinary founder, Perla Tamez Casasnovas. I am Giselle Mascareñas, the Chief Operating Officer of Latina Empire and the person who gets to extract all the awesomeness that is Perla to help you with this method that is it can help you reach your success. And today, Perla, welcome back to your podcast.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. We're
Are
ready
you ready
go.
to just pour into our beautiful listeners?
Let's do this.
Awesome. So today, I'm going to share a quote with you. And what I want you to do is just share with us what that statement means to you, because I know that this is really true to your heart. And so what I do is I study you, right? I study your method. I study how you ignite your staff. I study how you scale like across the world in what you do. And there is a method, and there's a true method into this heart, mind, money, and why it works, and why you even started Latina Empire so you could share it with people.
Correct.
So within that study is where these thoughts come from, so that you can get real deep, so people can take away these nuggets and implement, right? So today, what I want to ask you is, what does evidence comes after the belief? What does that mean to you, and how is that so true in what you do?
So evidence is established by theory, something that has been tested, that establishes parameters of what is predicted to be the outcome. Mm-hmm. However, the belief is what in my opinion, is what every person has already done, and that is their evidenced belief, right? That is what came out true to them. So I could give you evidence of what works for me. That's just for you to grab kind of like an outline of what roadmap to take to your goal, to what's coming next for you. Mm-hmm. But when you try that, that's going to be your belief. Now you make it your own evidence with your belief, with your mechanism, with your methods, and what happened, and what the outcome should be. Now, take into consideration, when I study a theory, when I read a book, when I hear a podcast, when I see social media and there's like really good nuggets of information, those are guidelines to just try it. Once you try it, you're going to get your own feedback. So then now you've established the belief of what works for you, right? Also, another thing, do not focus on evidence that you yet don't have an outcome for, because you might be too judgmental. You might not want to try this evidence-based theory, and it's going to hold you back from having your own outcomes and findings.
Okay. What do you think about, like, do you think that if somebody has a belief and they have this vision, right? They believe in their heart that they can be a doctor, but maybe they find themselves where their parents work 4 jobs, they never see them, they have a struggle, right? Of like, maybe this person is in high school, right? And she's like, God, I want to be a doctor. You know, I've seen so many of my family members sick, but I don't even know anyone I could ask about that. But I see myself, I believe I could be. Do you think that belief can take them into finding that path to make it happen, even if they don't even know what the next step would be?
1000%. It all comes from mindset. What you were capable of believing, you're capable of creating, right? But you have to take the lead role in making all the possibilities and opportunities arise for you to get to that mindset that will be a believing outcome, right? And so what does that take? It takes being aware of all the opportunities out there. There is programs that can help you to get more resources. There is a lot of nonprofits that help people, you know, get knowledgeable and educated on different resources, on different skills, etc. You can always ask a mentor for help. You know, you want to be a doctor and you have no way, no possibility of anybody being a doctor in your family, be humble enough and knock on a door and say,
courageous.
Can I be a shadow of somebody? Maybe they give you an opportunity to be a shadow of the receptionist. Cool. You're going to know how patients get scheduled. And when they get scheduled, you're going to be able to see on the schedule that they're coming in for a heart transplant, or they're going to come in because they had a stroke, etc.
Yeah.
So you're already tapping into that.
Yeah, you're already rubbing shoulders.
You're already rubbing shoulders with those ideas and those thoughts. And that is going to propel you to the next level of ideas in your mindset. And so you're only closer than you were yesterday. And so I do believe, and I've seen it myself, where people that could have no possibility and no effort make it and make it large. But it all depends on how much work and effort you want to put into it.
Yeah. And, you said something that is really relevant and that people need to take away. If you have a vision, that means it can be a reality. But the part between the vision and the reality is get into action, research, ask for help, do it for free around people who are already doing it. Find the expert, like you like to say, like there are 3 people that you have to have in your life when there is a dream that you want to conquer. Like talk a little bit about that.
So I when I'm starting a new project and I have a new dream, I rely on 3 people in my team. It's the mentor, the coach, and the expert. Mm-hmm. Why those 3 people are so important? One, let's pretend that I want to open up a burger business, right? So Perla's Burgers, right? So I don't know nothing about the burger business. What am I going to do with this burger business? Who would I research? Who would be the expert in that industry? That would be McDonald's. McDonald's has taken the world by surprise. They have a $33 billion empire. They are the experts of fast food burgers. They have a university. They have franchises. They have locations all over the world. That's the company I would need to study. So who is the expert in your realm? Who is the expert in that industry? Who is the expert that you wish you could be like?
Yeah.
Who is that hero company that you would want your company to be? Study that expert. Number 2, once you've established that expert, once you've already condensed and fortified the idea of what you want to do, getting theory, knowledge, database, etc. from your expert, then now you develop your own business plan. When you develop your own business plan, and you need to get accountability on this. Like you need to make actionable steps to get to the next level. And who do you find? You find a mentor. And the mentor is a person that is going to understand what you're doing, that is going to understand what you're working on, correct? And they're going to check and balance and check in with you maybe on a weekly basis. Hey, how are you doing with this? Did you already establish a logo? Did you open up the LLC? Did you open up the bank account?
So with that, in the burger, like in the McDonald's example, would that be like go to a local McDonald's and see if you can shadow the manager?
Yes.
Can I shadow you, please? Because I want to open up my own in the future.
The good thing is that McDonald's, there's a bunch of data of McDonald's, and not only that, there's a movie, there's a documentary on McDonald's of the gentleman that took McDonald's to the next level. He went on a trip from Ohio to California, if I'm not mistaken. He bought the milkshake machine for them, and when he saw where they had the milkshake, that their joint was to sell burgers, he said, oh my God, this would be an incredible thing to bring back to Ohio. So he was the one that took McDonald's to the next level. I don't recall the gentleman's name. And so you have the expert, you have the mentor, that person that is going to be giving you accountability, that's going to be keeping you on track, keeping tabs on you, how you're doing, also giving you recommendations. And the most important person of that trio is a coach. The coach is a person that's your cheerleader, that believes more in you than you believe in yourself. Like, who is that person around you in your circle that believes more in you than you believe in yourself, that when you're down, they're going to go and they're going to say, hey, get up, shake it off. Yes, you had
5 minutes to cry.
You had a failure. Yes, you didn't succeed. Yes, maybe you lost a lot of money. Yes, maybe you hired the wrong person and you just spent thousands of dollars. It's okay. Shake it off and get back up. And of course, that coach has to have a backbone on what you're trying to do, right? You know, you're trying to do a burger business. She or he might not know about burgers, but they know what it takes to run a business.
And so everyone listening, what I want you to take away is that when you're thinking of any type of project, big, small, and you have vision, you have this like aching, like pressure in your chest, it's, you look for the expert,
Correct.
you research and look for who has done it at a capacity that it's like, okay, that is my goal. That is my compass right there. Then the second person that you would look for is a mentor. The mentor is doing it, but maybe it's somebody in your realm of influence or somebody that's close enough to you that you could shadow. You could, be guided by, and they understand the type of project that you want to create.
Yes.
And then the third person is a coach. The coach is somebody who basically is your cheerleader, who believes that you can do anything, that is not going to allow you to get stuck when you get stuck, because at the end of the day, is it not true that there's always a point in this journey of life and success that we get stuck?
Correct.
So
it always happens.
It always happens.
It's normal. It's part of the nature of the game. If not, how boring it would be.
I mean, truth, right? So people who, they wake up every day and they're like, I want more, but all they do is complain about what they have or don't have, but they want more. So they don't, but they can't get past the, I have to go to work. Oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that, or God, it just sucks because I never have enough. Like, but they're like, yeah, I guess it's easy for you because, I mean, look at what you have. Like, when you have that attitude, how do you get out of that? to allow the belief, we all dream, even a little bit, even the
dreaming
moment.
Is free. I always tell people dream and dream super big. It's free, no cuesta.
And it feels so good.
And it feels so good.
Do you ever
to
like dream so big that like you start crying?
Yes, it's beautiful.
I'm like, and then I'm like, if anybody could see me right now.
Yeah, and so sometimes, and I will talk about this because I think that right now, this issue of I want more and I'm not lucky enough to have it, or I have no idea how to do it, and so then you stay in the frustration stage of not having what you want, right? That is happening a lot with our younger generations. Our younger generations are losing themselves in what they see on social media, on what they see on YouTube. This new era of education is not that important because now you have other talents and skills that can bring you a lot of money real fast. And what we are forgetting with that gap, or that generation of people, is that it takes action. Don't forget about action.
Yeah.
And action comes from mindset. So what did you envision? What did you think about to now bring you to this current place that you are right now? And yes, you can dream all you want, but you have to implement actionable steps to get closer to that. Now, nobody can tell you you don't deserve it. You're not going to get there going that way. You're going to get there doing something different than yesterday, just as long as you push forward.
Yeah.
Just push forward, micro. It doesn't matter how little or how bad. Nobody has you on a time frame. It's on your time, but so as long as you're doing something to push forward, right? And what happens is somebody has an idea, you have a brilliant idea, right? But then day in and day out, every second of the day, as humans, we're dancing with doubt. It's that little monito that sits here on your shoulder that says, no, you can't do that. No, that idea is too big.
Because it's a mechanism that's protecting you.
It's a mechanism that is protecting you, correct. And so sometimes we get discouraged by our own doubt monito, by that little character that is putting doubt on you, right? And so are you going to listen to the doubt, or are you going to listen to your mindset and your heart set, and what do you want to do?
Yeah, the desire.
And your desire has to be stronger.
That's the missing link.
It has to be fierce and fearless of doubt. Because if you stick with doubt, that's exactly what has you laying in bed, procrastinating, thinking that you don't deserve it, and equals 2, frustration. Frustration equals to dead emotions. Dead emotions equal to depression and anxiety. And that equals to somehow having to do something of what is going to avoid depression and anxiety.
I know.
And usually that takes you into abusing food, abusing alcohol, abusing drugs. What is going to avoid those emotions?
To mask the thoughts and the feelings of not having.
Correct.
The thoughts and the feelings of why not me. But why not me, like you said, is because you're not in action
because
to
you're
be.
not actionating. And I can assure you 100%, if you are not taking action, it is because you went on the trajectory of the dream and then you got stuck at doubt. And doubt,
Fear. It's the fear of I'm going to fail.
It's the fear of losing. It's
or
the fear
fear of success. Or the fear of success.
It's just fear. El miedo congela. The fear is like it's like a ice cube. It'll just freeze you there in time.
Okay, so if the people that are listening to us right now, and they know, like, I mean, at the end of the day, Perla, like, you have reached a level of success that very few people do. And the only reason very few people do, and I want to preface this, I really want to like put an exclamation mark to this, is because of self-doubt.
Yes.
Not because of resources that you have or don't have, not because of, but literally self-doubt. And I believe, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I truly believe this, that also who is around your circle of influence. Like, who you are around is what you are going to be.
Who you are the average of the 5 people around you.
It's true,
and
though.
So if you are with 5 people that 4 out of the 5 are super happy, the average of you is going to be a happy person. But if you are one happy soul surrounded by 4 depressed individuals, you are most likely to become depressed sooner than later. That's just the mindset of the law of attraction.
So what would you tell our listeners right now to do today and to implement as a micro action that becomes a habit that then changes their life, where a year from now, they're always going to be like, wow, I'm so glad I heard Perla tell me to do this, because I can't believe where I'm at right now because of this one micro action.
One micro action I give you an advice to take is just close your eyes. Think of the largest idea that you have in your mind that would bring you immense happiness and a sense of overwhelming success. Just close your eyes and just say, 1, 2, 3, this is it. This is what I want. The majority of the people get stuck in a generalized idea. They don't know what they want. Like, I don't know what's going to make me happy. Just give me one thing. What is it going to make you happy? If I were a genie in a bottle and I'm going to make one wish come true, what is that one wish come true? Boom. Whatever comes to your mind. Don't second think about it. Don't make it difficult. Don't lose yourself in doubt. And do I belong? Is this for me? No. Just close your eyes. Whatever comes, that's what you want. And then stick to it. You nail it. Write it on a paper. And then from there, list 3 simple steps to get closer to that idea. Every day if you do that,
live like you are live in a way that's going to get you there.
Yes, just live in a way that's going to get you there. And the purpose of my advice is that you get into the exercise and the discipline of calling the shots in an idea, listing 3 simple steps, and doing the action. Idea, 3 steps, action. At the end of the week, if you practice that for 21 consecutive days, I assure you that any idea you land on and you do 3 simple steps and you action it, you're going to see results.
Yeah.
If you stick to that, you're going to see results. I don't want you doing one single idea every day, and because no, the purpose of the one idea and the 3 steps, idea, 3 steps, action, idea, 3 is so that you get into the habit of landing in an idea,
actions,
listing out the steps, and taking action. That is the exercise.
That'll change their life.
That is usually the hardest. Taking action. To-do list, delegate, take action. And then after 21 days of doing that, then now just grab onto your biggest idea and now really, really hone in on actionable steps and really, really action on it. and you tell me if in 6 months you are further than you ever thought you would be.
I mean, I've lived this with you because, I mean, look at what you have built in Latina Empire in 1 year. Ginormous, huge, audacious project goal. And then you just got into action. And guys, let me tell you, it was messy, gritty, and wrong sometimes, and very expensive at other times. And never, ever did you like, no, we shouldn't do it then. You were like, okay, so that didn't work out. Let's do this. And like, it was like, oh my God, always in action.
You have to learn to slide, glide, and duck all at once as you're finding out what works. Because if you don't know what works, it's okay. You are in it to find out what works.
And in 1 year, share, because you've done this, because what you're sharing with them has landed you at where you are today, but just with this one project, because Latina Empire is one project. How many countries do we represent?
So in our virtual community, we're close to 1,000 members representing 16 countries. We are going to launch 23 new chapters around the United States and Latin America. In the first quarter of 2023, we actively have 9 empires across the U.S. and at least 200 people have taken our healing course in person that have been able to attest and acclaim the real transformation that comes from healing. We have tremendous testimony from people saying, thank you so much. I've been 20 years in an abusive relationships and I am finally freed from that and I'm living my best life.
Yes.
We have testimony coming from women that have been part of an MLM for 10 years and they were always just like
barely
getting by in their comfort zone, and after one of those courses they are like top leaders in their city, and this is one of the major cities in the United States, and it's just incredible. The thing is that once you unleash what's under the deep layers of pain, there is no telling how successful you're gonna get.
I know.
And it's just like a rocket and a journey after that. It's unbelievable.
I know. And this is available to all of our sisters out there.
Yes,
all
our
hermanas. All our hermanas. This is for you.
Yes.
So, Perla, to wrap this up, share with people where they can contact you because you mean it. Like, reach out to you. Where can they do that?
Yeah. So, the latinaempire.com. You can reach us in our social media platforms, The Latina Empire. My personal handles are Reflexiona con Perla, because it's all about, on a daily basis, I'm always like learning. I even learn of myself. I'm learning of others. And so that's why my social handles are Reflexiona, because I am like constantly reflexionando. Yes. So my socials are Reflexiona con Perla, and just reach out, whatever you need. Yes. If I can help, I will definitely help.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Heart, My Money podcast with Perla. We will see you on the next episode. And please don't forget, rise every day. Know that you matter. Know that you're enough, but get into action. Today's tip is...
That's your responsibility. Nobody's going to get it done for you.
And nobody's going to get it done for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Heart, Mind, and Money podcast with Perla, the awesome Perla.
Thank you.
Yes, I want everybody to look into thelatinaempire.com. Look more into what this whole mission is. Also, on all our social medias is at The Latina Empire. At The Latina Empire, and to connect with Perla, who answers every single comment, message. We'll send you a voice message. We'll ask you to send her your WhatsApp. She will answer anything, any problem, any advice. I mean, you're pretty remarkable at that. And you can find Perla on Instagram at Reflexiona
con Perla.
Reflexiona con Perla. But we are all across social media, and Perla is always, every single day, pouring into you through all social platforms at the Latina Empire. And we also have our community at the Mana Lounge that you can find more information at any of the links on any of our social medias. And we would love to have you as one of our manas.
We've got to keep learning.
We got to keep learning. We got to keep healing our heart.
Healing your heart.
Challenging our minds.
Challenging your mind to fill your pockets.
To fill your pockets. Thank you guys for having us.